And when we came, I'm an NPP, but I have to tell you the truth. We're talking about Ghana and nobody. We didn't do anything. Read my lips. I'm telling you the gospel truth. I was the chairman for Defense and Interior. When we decided to go and inspect AFARI, they stopped us. We didn't go. So I heard somebody talking 15 months. Has AFARI hospital been there for 15 months? We were there for 8 years. You didn't do it. Don't blink your eye. See, we are not doing politics. I'm speaking the truth. This is Ghana. Stop that. We will criticize NDC, we will criticize NPP. That's the only way to go. I was chairman. NDC started this. Why didn't you complete it? You were there for 8 years, you didn't complete it. When somebody comes for 15 months, then you have a problem. Please, give me a break. Ghana, we should love our nation and stop playing politics with everything and do the right thing for the country. And
Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
AFARI Hospital. NPP must shut up. Kennedy Japan Fumes. Who is Kennedy Japan? He is a big weak of the NPP. Recently, he ran for the position of flag bearer and lost. This is the second time he's losing. And he's been quiet. But he has all of a sudden started to talk. He donated some vehicles to the Ghana police, and there was a ceremony to mark his 66th birthday. Kennedy Japan has spoken, and he has boomed, as we say in Ghana. He's thrown some bombs in his own camp, the NPP. Now he spoke about the AFARI military hospital. Construction started in 2008. My brother, my sister, it shifted hands from Kufuor all the way into the hands of John Evans Atta Mills. And then power changed hands. Nana Akufo-Addo took over. Yes. From John Dramani Mahama. And this thing is still not completed. They have shifted the completion dates over and over. Now it's overgrown with grass. So far, they have spent $2 billion American dollars on a 500-bed hospital. It is located in AFARI, and it's supposed to be a military hospital. It's supposed to be the second biggest military hospital in the whole of Africa. We have the 37 military hospital. This is the AFARI military hospital. Now, for some time now, there has been a big controversy. NPP MPs decided to pay this facility a visit with no permission from the military that is guarding it. And you know how military loves to do the right thing. Very disciplined. There was a little bit of a skirmish, but they were allowed in there. And then they brought the news that the whole hospital was completed, and they could even start OPD, outpatient department activities and consultations. But the government was intentionally holding on to it and has started new projects in the north, trying to read tribal and ethnic meanings into this. Now, according to the opposition MPs, they only need $500,000 American to complete it, and the hospital would be in full operation. But the government seems to say, no, we need $85 million American to finish that. And that's a big controversy. My brother, the opposition says the hospital is finished. We only need $500,000 American. No, government says it's not true. We actually need $85 million. The gap is so wide. In my opinion, let's find out what is left to be done. Who is the contractor who is going to do the work? Is it true that this is the amount of money you are charging? Go and do it according to specifications. Take the money, finish it up, so we can save at least 84.5 million American dollars. I don't understand why two parties will give two different figures that are so hugely apart. Opposition says 500,000 to complete. Government says 85 million American dollars to complete. Mahama is a man who is ready for Ghana. I don't think that Mahama will lie about anything like this. Is Mahama aware that they need 500,000 American dollars instead of 85 million American dollars? That has become a matter of controversy, and people are peddling it all over the place. When Kennedy Japan was interviewed about it, he lashed out at his own party. What did he say? Watch this.
You know, I was the chairman for Defense and Interior. This hospital, NDC, it was started by President Kufuor, the locations and all those things. NDC came to start it whenever. When we came, I'm an NPP, but I have to tell you the truth. We're talking about Ghana and nobody. We didn't do anything. Read my lips. I'm telling you the gospel truth. I was the chairman for Defense and Interior. When we decided to go and inspect AFARI, they stopped us. We didn't go. So I heard somebody talking 15 months. Has AFARI hospital been there for 15 months? We were there for 8 years. You didn't do it. Don't blink your eye. See, we are not doing politics. I'm speaking the truth. This is Ghana. Stop that. We will criticize NDC, we will criticize NPP. That's the only way to go. I was chairman. NDC started this. Why didn't you complete it? You were there for 8 years, you didn't complete it. When somebody comes for 15 months, then you have a problem. Please, give me a break. Ghana, we should love our nation and stop playing politics with everything and do the right thing for the country. And that is what I'm doing. You see, when I mentioned NPP, he was blinking his eye. Why do you want me to criticize NDC and leave NPP? When I know that both parties, they didn't do the right thing for the country. I will end here.
When I was chairman for defense and whatever, and it was time to go and inspect AFARI, we were not allowed. Under which government? Now when it was time, all the 8 years for you to complete the thing, you didn't. Now you are making all the noise about it. Stop the noise. Shut up. You should have done the right thing. And whilst he was talking, somebody was blinking at him. Don't say that, don't say that, don't say that. He said, shut up. You want me to criticize another party, even when my party is wrong? Ghanaians must learn to speak the truth anytime. And that's one thing I like about him. He will throw bombs at his own party when it's necessary, and bombs outside his party when it's most necessary. Kennedy Japan has spoken. My interest is not too much in who should have completed it and didn't. People are going to hospitals. There are no beds. Some are dying. Yenye die ehia. Ansana ya ye die fata. Die ehia se sia. Eye se e wo se ye wie hospital. Obi se ye ehia $500,000 American dollars. Government said there be 85 million American dollars. Then cry na akase be ye hospital. It is time for us to bring the quantity surveyors together. Which contractor is going to finish it up? The opposition said the same contractor who was working on it is demanding 500,000 American dollars. We're going to get in contact with the contractor and find out exactly where those figures are coming from. The two figures, $500,000, $85 million, American dollars. In the interim, the hospital will be completed. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Secret. Real reason Ken Ofori-Atta got green card. I mean, this is home of exclusives. We all know that. We have spoken about Ken Ofori-Atta more than any other person. We have given you all the facts. We told you how everything would go. Remember when we told you about this man here, a pretender who says that he is close to God more than all of us sinners. Hallelujah. He was in this country, a very lousy, unintelligent finance analyst. He was the finance minister of this nation. His father used to be one in the days of Kwame Nkrumah, and he messed up badly. It runs through the blood. This guy became the finance minister by the kind courtesy of a president who was his relative, family, blood. They come from the same place in Chebi. My brother, my sister, he became finance minister for 7 solid years and even more. He grilled Ghanaians on the stove of politically incorrect economics. Supported by another lousy, self-styled economist who probably failed all his economics papers, Bawumia. They took Ghanaians for a ride. They rode us like asses into holes called assholes. This guy here, Ken Ofori-Atta, will quote the Bible more than even the Pope. He would wear white, like here, signifying purity, yet his hands were stained with the blood of so many retirees whose money he swallowed like a pregnant pig. I don't like him. He's arrogant. My brother, my sister. Now this guy here called Ken Ofori-Atta, in his tenure of office as finance minister, he pretended he was busy for nothing. Johnny Walker. My brother, my sister, we were told in economics whilst in school that the most secured kind of investment is government bonds, because the governments never fail. But we went into the Guinness Book of Records. This man here turned government bonds into a puppy show, a caricature exhibition. This guy here took money from retirees and pensioners, sat and grew fat on this. It wasn't enough. He said he wanted a certain animal called the e-levy, electronic levy, or else the economy was going to crumble like a house of cards. It will melt like a house of candles under the fire. This guy. They went to parliament with dirty political shenanigans and jingoisms and gymnastics. They were able to pass that wild animal called the e-levy. I don't want to bore you with too much information. Right after they passed it, they celebrated with an e-levy cake. When this guy was busily going around securing loans, we were told that his data bank, where he was one of the founders, my brother, my sister, was taking commission for every loan that he secured on behalf of Ghana. So he was loan happy. Such a lousy, irresponsible finance person. Ken Ofori-Atta. He comes from a family of politicians. So by all means, they must all be politicians, even if they are not cut for it. Hey, Nana Addo slept on the job and watched this dirty guy rob Ghana of comfort. People who had worked for so many years, now retiring, needed their money back from the government bonds. My brother, they were denied. A 70-year-old went to demand his money that he had invested in the government of Ghana, in government bonds, he was told to come back after 35 years. 70-year-old. Government is not ready to pay you. Come after 35 years. When you are 105 years, we will give you that. Jesus. Some 80-year-olds went and they were luckier. They told them to come back after 30 years. They started to curse the country. They started to say a lot of things. Some of them had underlying health problems. They died in their droves under the watch of this guy. What he gave us as solace, as comfort, was Bible verses. We should go and read these verses before going to bed 3 times a day, and everything will be okay. He was never able to resurrect all the pensioners who died because of his carelessness. Till Ghana couldn't take it anymore. His own party got angry, decided to chase him out. He said he will not go. He said he was our father, the father of the nation, not the president anymore, and that he could not abandon his children. Today he has abandoned us. The father that he said he was in good times, now he has shirked his responsibilities like the chameleon that he is. He's in America. The moment Trump, the dirty president of America, started to announce that there was something that was called a gold whatever, and that if you had some amount of American dollars, you could buy it and get residence in America, I put my hands on my head and said, Jesus, Trump is encouraging thievery in Africa. All these politicians, they can pay 10 times that and still have enough for their great-grandchildren to come and loot. Hey, the news started coming out that he was going to be extradited to Ghana. Hey, boom, then we heard that his son, resident in America, had filed for him. Remember, we broke the news here. We're the first to tell you that. We have all the information. His son had filed for him. We gave you the name of his son and even posted a photograph of the son in America. Remember? Well, long story cut short, what we predicted has come to pass. He has been given his green card. His son filed. It went through nicely. If Trump wanted a gold whatever contribution, he could even give 100 times that. U.S. Immigration Court grants Ken Ofori-Atta, former finance minister, permanent residency. Can I tell you how he got this? And why he got that? And what happened in court? Jesus have mercy. He says Ken Ofori-Atta's green card petition has been granted by the U.S. Immigration Court. How? And what did the U.S. immigration see before giving him this, despite all the complaints from Ghana? Can I take you into that? Can I take you into that? Run the dossier and watch it like a film. Ken Ofori-Atta, my brother, my sister, went to court, and the judge sitting on the case said something. The immigration judge. He said, what? Yes, we've heard about all the corruption charges, all the blah, blah, blah. The OSP, Office of the Special Prosecutor in Ghana, has written a lot and said a lot. But this court here wants to see that as political interference. They read political meanings into this. Moreover, granting him a green card will not necessarily mitigate or take away all the charges when he goes back to sit before the judge who is supposed to be dealing with the issue. This is just the immigration court. Immigration. It is supposed to give him a house in America. He hasn't done anything under American law for America to say, you know what? We won't give you a green card. No. America says, by their laws, he's clean. And if they take a long look at what Ghana has brought, via and in the eyes of the immigration court, they feel that there is some political interference. And they gave an example. When he was in America undergoing treatment, according to the documents and the court, the OSP knew that he was out there for treatment. Yet it was quick to release a red notice, which was pulled back later when we were told that they got in contact with him and he promised that he would come home. So they removed it. The American people see it as interesting to issue a red notice and then pull it back and then reissue it when there is evidence that the country knew that he was going out for treatment. They stood on this. They are not making a judgment on that. But all they are saying is that all these things do not necessarily matter. After all, they were not committed in America. They might have been committed elsewhere, but he has not been convicted. If he is convicted, they could withdraw the green card very easily, and they do it. So as we speak, Ken Ofori-Atta is a legal resident of America. Now he will be going to court. It doesn't stop him from extradition. When they go to court, they will have to prove to the courts that he is actually culpable. U.S. Immigration Court adjourns Ofori-Atta's deportation case to July 15. So you see, he's still in court. This is the deportation. My brother, my sister, but they just listen to his green card application. Even if he gets the green card and 2 weeks later he's convicted, they will seize the green card and send him home. The Americans want to do their things like that. That is why they ask you to pray before they shoot and kill you. That is why they ask you to eat your favorite meal before they execute you in the United States. Are you aware? They don't do that in Ghana. Hey! Before they execute you in America, they would ask you for a last wish. And the wish should not be that you should be set free. No. Even if that is your last wish, they can decide whether they can grant it or not. Oh, your last wish. You want to be in an aeroplane and fly for 1 hour and come back. If the time for your execution is up, you can't fly more than that. Some people ask for food. Some people ask for makeup. Some people ask for some kind of cologne that they love. Some people ask for some kind of dress that they want to wear and die with. Others just say, go to hell. They can give it to him. But within days, he can be extradited. So the case is not over. This one is just the green card. The prayer of Ghanaians is that this charlatan returns home to face justice. Not even his big brother, the former president, was able to convince him to come. He said he will never come. And that he will stay in America and fight his case. A green card can never save him. It's the black pot. AKA Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power.
PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.